button to
not.
search for
Maybe
sound
she will.
effects.
I'm not sure though.
This is the Dreamiverse, where you can find... Now select the speaker button to search for sound effects. This is the Dreamiverse, where you can find all the wonderful stuff other dreamers have made. I've already set aside... That's what this collection is. It's bursting with different sound effects for you to play with. Select it with X to open it. I've arranged the sound effects into groups for you. To get a proper overview, use the right stick to zoom in and out of the collection. This group of sound effects are background sounds. You can hear a preview of each sound by hovering over them with your imp. Find something that fits the dreamy atmosphere of the scene. I rather like Dream Space. When you've found a sound you like, select it with X. The sound you selected now appears as a gadget on your imp. You can stamp it into your scene with R2, any place you like.
Alright, give me a sec.
And with R3 and see how it all sounds. Ah, that's better. Notice how much more alive the scene feels with just that.
Oh yeah.
That one sound.
Ha ha ha.
Imagine how it will feel with even more sound effects. But there's no need to imagine it. You can start adding more now to create a layered and unique ambience. If you want to replace a sound effect, just stamp a different one over it.
Wow.
When you've got things sounding just how you want them, rewind time with L3 and move on to the next step.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, wait. So... Patience, son. Patience. Alright, right now it's just showing me the basics, but I want to know how to make my own.
Background sounds really... But to add sound to a specific object in the scene, you need to use what we call a spot sound. Let's try it out on the fire between the platforms. I'm sure we can find some fire sound effects in the collection. Let's take a look.
Already did.
Select Search Sound Effects from the Sound menu. As we open the tutorial collection in the last step, it's still open when we come back to the Dreamiverse. Isn't that handy? Ah, just what we need, some fire sound effects. Have a listen to some of the fire sounds and pick one you like. Once you've selected it, your imp will be equipped with a spot sound effect. See those rings coming off the gadget? That's the sound's fade zone. The rings show you how the sound fades away as you move further from the source. Let's stamp that sound between the first two platforms. Put it above the fire and see what that sounds like. If you want to see the sound's fade zone, select the gadget with X. Click R3 to listen to the sound effect. You'll notice the sound gets louder the closer you get to it. Aha! You can almost feel that fire. Toasty.
Okay.
As you move away, out of the fade zone, it gets quieter, until eventually Things haven't been that tricky for Connie so far, but the next gap looks a bit too big, even with her mighty jumping skills. Let's fly over to that floating platform using the left and right sticks and get a closer look at it.
Okay.
Looks like there's a trigger zone attached to it. Why don't we switch over to play mode and see what it does?
Hey, no.
Well, will you look at that? It lights up the platform when Connie steps on it. Lovely. You know what would make it even better, though? If it made a sound as well. So let's switch back to edit mode and make that happen. I've got a feeling you can find something in the tutorial collection to use here. Go to the assembly menu and go back into sound mode. Now go to search and select search sound effects. Use here. Go to the assembly menu and go back into sound mode. Now go to search and select search sound effects. Over here are some energy sound effects. Have a listen to a few. Pick a sound effect for your light-up platform. I quite like the sound of Dream Terminal. See which one you like and select it with X. Now it's time to stamp it in the scene somewhere near the platform. In the next step, I'll show you how to trigger the sound effect.
Oh. Oh. Wait, Zombie, are you still here or not? Are you still here or not? Oh, I mean like washing. No, okay. I figured it. Oh, yo, this is so cool. Okay. I get it.
As we've already seen, background and spot
I'm
sounds will play constantly when placed in
I
the
want to
scene
figure
like
out
this.
how to make my own song. That's it.
But for the platform, we want the sound to be triggered by Connie. And for that to happen, we need to connect the sound effect to the same trigger zone that activates the glow.
You were a good rival for a bit.
Move in closer to the platform using the left and right. Take a good look at the trigger zone gadget.
You do know that you can just play the game though, right?
Do you see the output port that says detected when you hover over it? That means it will trigger when it detects a possessed puppet like Connie. So all we need to do to make the sound effect activate when Connie's on the platform is connect the output to the sound effect. Let's do that now. When you select the detected port with R2 or X, you'll see your imp becomes tethered to the port by a wire. Gadgets communicate with each other using wires like this. You'll also notice that a power port has appeared on the bottom of the sound effect gadget. To connect the two gadgets, just hover over that power port and press R2 or X. Time to head into play mode to see how it sounds. When you're ready, switch back to edit mode and start the next step. power port has wire. Gadgets communicate with each other using wires like this. Let's do that now. When you select the detected port with R2 or X, you'll see your imp becomes tethered to the port by a wire. Gadgets communicate with each other using wires like this. You'll also notice that a power port has appeared on the bottom of the sound effect gadget. To connect the two gadgets, just hover over that power port and press R2 or X. Time to head into play mode to see how it sounds.
Oh, that's how.
When you're ready, switch back to edit mode and start the next step. Oh, I just realized something. We got so caught up with these sound effects, we forgot to add another platform for Connie. She must be getting impatient, so let's sort that out for her. The easiest thing to do would be to clone the platform. Remember how to do that? Just hover over it, hold L1, and press and hold R2.
Huh.
Once the clone has been created, let go of L1, move it to the right spot, then release R2 to place it down. When you clone an object, any gadgets attached to it will come along for the ride.
Oh,
so all you need to do now is to wire the trigger zone on the second platform to the sound effect.
Yo, but what do you think about,
or even better,
I mean, I
grab
know
a new
only
sound
saw a
effect
bit, but
from
what do
the
you think about the
collection,
game?
just for variety. It's up to you. Dream Shapers should always go with their instincts.
No, I agree. It is confusing, but like,
whatever you
have you
choose
seen
to
the
do,
creations?
move on to the next
no,
step when you're ready.
Alright, give me a minute. I'll show you some of the creations that they made, like Call of Duty and stuff, alright? Or Sonic. Or Mario. You can also play Mario here.
Alright, there's just one more gap for Connie to cross before she reaches the door. That pink cylinder would make a great stepping stone for her, but it's all the way down in the water. If you take a closer look at it, you'll see there's a trigger zone and a movement sensor on it. They're not connected to anything right now. There's also a keyframe on the platform. I wonder what that does. Try selecting it with X to find out. Just as I thought. It raises the cylinder, so Connie can use it to cross over. Press the circle button to deselect the keyframe. Looks like all we need to do is connect the cylinder's trigger zone to the keyframe, so it moves up when she gets close. And while we're doing that, why not add a sound effect to it as well? Let's jump back into the sound effects collection and see if there's anything appropriate in there.
This is just like freaking rocket.
Down here we've got some mechanical sound effect loops. These are the perfect sound effects for any sort of machinery in a scene. We want something that would go well with a raising platform. I think I'll go for the heavy metal ratchet loop. That sounds good, right? Okay, now select the sound effect of your choice and stamp it near the pink cylinder with R2 or X. In the next step, I'll show you how to connect all of the gadgets. Now we just need to do a little bit of wiring to get everything working.
Welcome back.
Remember, the trigger zone will activate when it detects Connie, triggering the keyframe to raise the platform. Grab the detected output from the trigger zone with R2 or X. Then stretch the wire to the keyframe gadget and connect it to its power port with R2 or X.
Oh, is that?
Now let's get the sound effect working. This will be triggered by the movement sensor. The movement sensor detects when the object it's attached to is moving.
No, not really.
So when the platform starts rising, the the movement sensor will send a signal from its output port.
Really?
That's the output port on the right side of the movement sensor gadget. It's called velocity overall. Press R2 or X over the port to create a wire. You'll need to connect the other end of the wire to the sound effects power port. Once that's done, switch over to play mode to test everything out. So much better. That sound effect really makes a big difference. There's even more you can do to bring this scene to life. See if you can add some sound to the water between the platforms. I think there might be some water sounds in the tutorial collection. Experiment with the different effects as much as you like and see what you can come up with. When you're done, just take Connie through the door in play mode to finish this tutorial.
Hey, I can make music now. Alright, let's see how this works.
This tutorial is all about making music. Music can make your creations come alive, adding emotion and atmosphere. In Dreams, you can compose whole tracks from scratch and even make your own instruments. But you don't need to be a maestro to start making your own music. I'll show you how to create an arrangement using ready-made music clips. So let's begin. To start making music, we need to switch over to sound mode. Right now, you're in assembly mode.
Oh, there we
If
go.
you're ever unsure of what mode you're in, just hover over the icon in the top left corner to see your
Asking
current
why
mode
doesn't make any
and
sense
tool.
either.
Go to the assembly menu and open the modes menu
Hey,
with
I'm
X.
not defending it. I'm just saying facts right
The
here.
modes menu is where you access all the different creation modes and tool.
Okay, so
Go to the assembly menu and open the modes menu with X.
yeah, freaking. I mean,
The modes menu is where you access all the different creation modes. Each mode has its own set of tools and options. The button for sound mode has a speaker symbol on it. Select it with X. Now you have a new menu at the top of the screen. This is the sound menu. It contains everything you need to make your own music.
I mean, remember he's still
In the
looking
scene,
for
you'll
his
see a
testicles.
timeline gadget. In the next step, I'll show you
No,
how to
what?
edit it.
No, I didn't even say that. I said he's still looking for his testicles.
Music in Dreams is arranged in timelines. This timeline contains a version of the music you heard at the start of this tutorial. To see what's inside it, we need to open its canvas. Hover your imp over the timeline, hold L1 and press X to open it. It's just like scoping into a group. This is the timeline canvas. The canvas exists within scene space, so if you pull down on the left stick,
Under your man.
you'll back away from it. Hold the L1 button and use the left stick to move up and down the timeline. This is the best way to navigate around timelines, especially when they're big. This piece of music is called Connie's theme. To listen to it, just start time by clicking R3. See how the piece is composed of many music clips. The clips power on and off as the playhead passes over them. Click R3 again to pause time. Each music clip is a collection of notes
$1,080.
made by an instrument. You can grab them and move them around with your imp. If you want to delete a music clip, hover over it and press the triangle button.
Yeah, no, brilliant.
Clips can also be cloned by holding L1 when you grab them. You can extend the timeline by hovering over one of its edges and holding X. The edge glows and an arrow icon appears. You can also extend the bottom if you need space for more clips. Once you've finished listening to the piece, click L3 to rewind time. You can find all sorts of different music by searching the Dreamiverse. To add music to one of your scenes, you could simply stamp a ready-made timeline, like this one. But in this tutorial, you'll learn how to assemble your own track. Move on to the next step, and we'll get started.
Good one, Shadow. Oh, hey, Shadow. You, zombie. I figured it out. I know how to make songs now. And Jamelito, yes, my bad. That's my fault. I take that blame. Because here's the thing. Zombie has a Z. Oh my freaking god. No. Here's the reason why. Zombie has a Z, your name has an S, and Yamarito is just annoying. So I think of S and then G and then J, and I'm like, give me a sec. So then I get mixed with SHDOW with Shadow, and then ZOMB with Zom. No, I'm not dyslexic. No. Dyslexia, but like I was dyslexic, something like that. There's no way to say the word. I think I know how. I'm gonna make my own freaking song. Let's see.
Welcome to edit mode. This is a fresh scene
Now,
full of potential, where you can build anything you can imagine.
Why you gotta be so mean, Oreo? Okay, now all I need to do is search or make my own song.
Don't forget that ImpQuest streamer.
C major. Oh, hey, oh my bad, there's too many names I know. Hey, zombie. Give me a key and give me
Dreamer,
a major,
did you forget
minor,
about the
modal, order,
inquest?
basic. What's that? Is that this is sharp? Is that C sharp? And that's C sharp, right? I'm gonna make my own song right now. C. C. Okay. That has a sharp.
Are you stuck?
Wait,
Maximize the hints
key?
box
That
to
sounds
see
like
what to do next.
That's it has a sharp. F sharp. F sharp. G sharp. Alright. This is weird though. Ooh.
Don't forget that imp quest, Dreamer.
Ooh, synthesis.
Dreamer, did you forget about the imp quest?
Yeah, I figured out how to make my own thing. No, I figured out. Not really.
Are you stuck? Maximize the hints box to see what to do next.
Alright, now I'm gonna pick But I don't want octaves. Yeah?
Don't forget that imp
Give me a
quest,
second.
dreamer.
A, B, C, D, E, F. It's a bit complicated explaining it, but basically, okay. So you press. What? No, I'm not. No campaign. No. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. No. You press square. Wait, are you in a dream surf? No, not dream surfing. Dream making, whatever. Okay. I figured I had to make my own thing.
Dreamer, did you forget about the imp quest?
Yeah. Make. What's the original beat? The original thing? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are you stuck? Maximize the hints
Okay.
box to see what to do next.
Dang. I mean, no, you don't have to do nothing. Let's just once you do her stuff, right, and you can go to dream shaping. No, I didn't do that. Wait. What, wait, what part are you in right now? Oh, yeah, you have to do that before you can do anything else. Yeah, they're all of that. Mm-hmm.
Don't forget that imp quest, dreamer.
Man, yeah, yeah. Chromatic skills. Let me say, I have not painted chromatic skill in a while. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Chromatic skill. Wait, can you play one real quick? Cause I don't remember chromatic. Cause I'm thinking of a major. Oh, I use my three fingers like thumb, finger, thumb, index, and
Dreamer,
middle.
did you forget about the imp quest?
Yeah, cause I mean, if yeah, that's yeah. I don't know what to play.
Are you stuck?
What's that?
Maximize the hints box to see what to do next.
Yeah, I've been going through that door. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to delete. What do you mean? Oh. Tell me what you think about it. Yeah? Pretty much, yeah. What?
No. No.
Yeah. You can't be talking to me, kid. Yep. Often? Then even you. Well, bro, last time I watched it was like, what time is it? 1 hour ago. Cause, what do you mean, when was the last time you watched it? Uh-huh.
Don't forget that imp quest, Dreamer.
I already figured it out. Super easy. Yo, you gotta bend over and I'll help you. I'm just kidding.
Dreamer, did
Don't
you
call me
forget
Dreamer.
about the imp quest?
Huh? Who, me? Wait, oh,
Are you
I think
stuck?
what? I'm so confused.
Maximize the hints
God
box
damn,
to
fine.
see what to do next.
Hmm? Oh, I thought you guys were playing because he's sure playing. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll get it. Damn, I was gonna make some good song. I had something in mind. Like I was gonna record and everything. I was trying to figure out where to record, and I just found it right now. I don't know if you can. Whenever no, I'm working now.
This is the video library. We've got everything here. How-to videos,
Now get on so that we
tutorials,
can get over that game because
masterclasses.
I wanna
They can
stay playing this game.
Welcome to edit mode. This is a fresh scene full of potential, where you can build anything you can imagine.
Huh? What do you call that thing you saw? Yeah, no. Alright, let's do this, Shadow. Damn, I'm also hungry.